Hello, everybody. I guess we're a little late today. Time. We had a little timing issue. We had like a little equipment. Uh-oh. I can see by the stream we're having some issues. So we'll just go with it, and we'll do a replay. Where we do the TiVo version of it. We'll do that, but it doesn't look too good over there. So I think we screwed up. So we'll start with the weather, and it's 75 here in Malibu. It is absolutely gorgeous out there. Looking out the window, God's light on me. So, I mean, this is all God's light. I don't like that look. Hold on. I don't like that look either. Why you make me do it? Okay. Okay. Don't play with your hair on here. That's, you guys just like it. You just like screwing with me. Okay. We're live. Okay. So, should we do a false start? No, we should not. We should just do it. And so we'll start with, give you the weather. Hair is a little messy. I don't know why. We had to go for a different outfit. So, balance the mic. Let's see if we can do this. It should be easy. This one's easy. There's a chord on it. Magic. Okay. Don't talk about that. Tomorrow, for those of you hanging out in town at the Malibu Catholic Church, there will be an event. There it is, 6 to 9 p.m., October 31st. So maybe that should be a thing I do. I'm not committing to it. Golly, look at that hair thing. Why did you do that? Okay, so hair and makeup. Yeah, need to work on it. So got the mic. Okay, good. So once again, tomorrow's Halloween. Everybody everybody do nice things, okay? Don't get in trouble or anything weird. Definitely don't drink and drive. Uber is your friend. Might be hard to find an Uber tomorrow, so you might want to team up. So maybe somebody doesn't drink. How about this? Just don't drink. Well, wait a minute. That'd be like, yeah, I'd have a drink here and there. So, okay, so there you go. There's that. So we'll move on to what's important. Election. See that? The pin? There you go. It's November 4th is the election. And please do your RSVP. No thank you to Prop 50. So you can say that. No, comma, thank you to Prop 50. And pray that your millions of dollars you got wasted doesn't happen again. Put an end to that wasteful spending. Because God knows we could use it to do other things. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to use the word G-D. Is that okay? Sorry. Crossed the line. And yesterday we attended school separation, that was the big thing yesterday. So we attended that meeting, and it looks like it's going to happen. So Malibu will separate from the Santa Monica Malibu Unified School District. That didn't really make any sense. So that's happening. That's available on the city's YouTube channel as well, or somewhere. I think we'll put it in the link here. So in the comments section, I'll put the link. Okay. And once again, hit you over the head. Got to hit you over the head. There you go. Election stuff. The other thing we'll talk about is what I wanted to get to real quick is Katie Porter. So Katie Porter's got like Teamster money. She's been getting money from the Teamsters, which is kind of bizarre because I can't understand why the Teamsters would support her. Because Ann is a card-carrying union member. Yeah. I even have a credit card, Communications Workers of America. And I have, here, let's look at my wallet. See my wallet? Gentleman of the house gave it to me a bit ago. I'll do it real quick without getting myself in trouble. There you go. Oops, sorry. It's my union card. That is my union card. My NAPED union card. So, could be management, but still support the union folk. Okay? So, union card and my wallet, carry it all the time. So I wanted to get to finances real quick, and I'm not sure we're going to make it because we're trying to keep it, how do I do that? See, I cut myself. Ouch. I'm going to keep the finances today. I'm going to touch upon that because you need money for a campaign, and you have to learn how to manage money, which is That's a bill for a credit card, union card. And I was paying some of my bills today. See? Oh, Amex is going to love me. Yeah. Pay my bills. See? They got to love me. I did make one, schedule one for the 31st at an appropriate number of 31 cents. Trust me, I owe them a lot more. So I got mail from them, which, you don't see this often. We get solicited mail, unsolicited mail, but in this case, it's probably bad mail. We'll open it live, just for you. Because, this is the way it works. You get these weird letters from, companies you work with, American Express, and, they're not always positive. This one says, oh, these are actually for employees. Yeah, employee cards. I want you to give you the names. Yeah, because it's a company. So I have a business account. So these are for employees. So I'll have to review that. Once again, important to make your payments. See? Cute. So the other thing too, we have time. So that's my wallet. In it, I have some information that I always carry. So even though I have different purses and maybe I don't go in with not carrying the wallet because it's a little purse, I always carry this. It's my Tiffany card case, which I bought from my friend. So, thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's stuff, but you can definitely buy them out. So this was hers. And it says on there, let's see if I can get it to read it. Come on. I might not do it. It says, please return to Tiffany and Company, New York. And it's silver. That's almost 2 ounces of silver. The gentleman of the house says just a case alone might be worth $200. Hey, that's kind of interesting. So, I see, we're at 52, we have time. So what do I carry in this case? This case goes everywhere, on my body, wherever I go. This one little case. And what's in there? So a wallet can carry a lot of stuff, money, coins, but what can you carry in here? So I'll be very careful. Okay, I'll be very careful. American Express card. Don't leave home without it. Okay, nobody's. My ID. Got to be very careful with this. So that's my driver's license because I have a commercial driver's license. I can drive the big trucks. And over here is my press pass, which they issued a new one. I just have to make it down to LA to get a replacement. So that's my press pass. This, you go through a lot of security clearances to get here because you can be on the tarmac to cover the president landing. That's how important this is. So this is pretty much as, it's kind of like having platinum access to cover the president and royalty. That's how well vetted you are if you have one of these. So thank you, LAPD and the fine people in blue. The other thing too is we have time. For some reason, time seems to be slowing down. So we've showed you a few things that are in here. Okay, 3 pieces. Basically ID and a little bit of credit. Okay, and a Tiffany card. What we also have is I make these, and these are cards that include information in case you don't have your iPhone. So let's say you lose your iPhone or something. Can you remember your mother's number? Your parents? Your friends? Telephone number? We don't carry that stuff anymore. It's all in our phone. So if we lose our phone, we're in trouble. So I make these little cards I give away for Christmas, the Christmas holiday. And they have like the real numbers so that if I obviously I'd be responsible, but then again, you have to be responsible with all your other IDs anyway. So you guard this as well as you do this, your IDs. Very important. So those contact information numbers are extremely valuable, so guard them. And so what else is in the card case? So I got the card case, okay? The last thing in here is something you should always have, and that's a little bit of money. And in this case, I have a little bit of money. just in case I get myself into trouble, it's a little bit. Should always have some little bit. And all this fits within this little cute little card case, which shows all the battle scars of traveling across the country. This thing was bent up, beat up, and the gentleman offered to knock it out and fix it for me. But I said, no, I kind of like it because it reminds me of all the hardships I've gone through. And thrown this in my bag, in my Prada wallet, and it got bent. You can tell it's a little out of shape. But it still polishes out fine. And I have another one, but I like this one because it says, return to Tiffany. I guess the question excuse me, I'm looking at the clock, wrong clock. I keep wondering is, how do they know who this came from? I mean, there's no ID on it. It just says return to Tiffany. Yeah. How do they know who that is? Magic, right? I'm assuming something like that. So that's that. I don't want to get into much more. I do want to touch on something, and that is I did read that by, was it 2030, that they'll be able to store as much memory as our brains do on a physical device like a hard drive. That's pretty strange. So our heads store a lot of memory, and we might be at the point where they're able to store it all. Um, we have a few minutes here. It's like time's slowing down. It appears to be slowing down at the moment for me to make this statement or this comment or observation. Been watching a lot of movies lately that seem to have been produced decades ago for this particular moment in time. And that is something pretty big is about to happen. Yeah, we've been seeing it in movies. If you watch 2001 Space Odyssey or 2010 Space Odyssey, you'll see them. Go back and look at those movies. Watch 2001, watch 2010, and see what exactly they're trying to get at. We might be at that point. The other thing, too, is when we see stuff in the sky, we mentioned this yesterday, it's not negative. It could be maybe visitors, just like you're traveling. So maybe people are traveling and visiting us or trying to save us from ourselves. The biggest fear to humanity, the biggest problem, and I got this off the History Channel. If you watch the History Channel, they said nuclear war will be the end of humanity as we know it. That's it. We ruin our opportunity. That makes it available to somebody else in the universe to take up shop. Don't forget, Earth is 4 billion years old. That's what they say, 4 billion. Can you even think of that? We'll be lucky to make it to 100, which now it sounds like we'll be able to make it a little longer. But just think about that. We are caretakers of planet Earth. And if we don't do a good job, somebody else will. Honestly, that's what's going on. And so we're living in good times where people are looking out for us and making sure we don't screw up. Yeah, stay in our lane kind of thing. Make everybody proud. So that's like the 1 minute warning. Usually somebody sends like a little email or something, gives me a little warning. There, 4:59. So we're going to end this broadcast, as we want to call it now. So we call them broadcasts. And it's dinner time, and I got to go meet a friend.